Welcome! In this segment, you are going to discover how many calories you need to maintain and to lose weight. We will also provide you with tips on how to reduce calorie intake without actually going on a diet. In nutrition, dietetics, and fitness, cutting calories is one of the most common ways of losing weight. What are calories, and are they really that important to count? A calorie is a unit that measures energy. Calories are usually used to measure the energy content of foods and beverages. The general recommendation is that to lose weight, you need to eat fewer calories than your body burns each day. How many calories should you eat on average? The answer to this question depends on numerous factors including your age, height, current weight, activity level, and metabolic health, among several others. To determine the calories you should consume, you will need to use nutrition calculator or the formula we will introduce. The following formula will help you calculate the average daily number of calories you need to maintain your current weight. Because energy needs differ among men and women, there are different calculations for each. These calculations are for healthy men and women ages 19 and older. Before you begin to calculate your calories, you need to write down the following numbers: your age in years, your weight in kilograms, and your height in meters. Now let's look at the formula for men. Pause the video to calculate these numbers. Step A. Multiply your age by 9.53. Step B. Subtract Step A from 662. Step C. Multiply your weight by 15.91. Step D. Multiply your height by 539.6. Step E. Add Step C and Step D together. Step F. Determine your physical activity coefficient according to your physical activity level. This we're going to see in the next couple of slides. Step G. Multiply Step E by the physical activity coefficient. Step H. Add Step B and Step G. This is your total daily caloric maintenance level. Now let's look at the formula for women. Step A. Multiply your age by 6.91. Step B. Subtract Step A from 354. Step C. Multiply your weight by 9.36. Step D. Multiply your height by 726. Step E. Add Step C and Step D together. Step F. Determine your physical activity coefficient according to your physical activity level. We will see this step in the following slide. Step G. Multiply Step E by the physical activity coefficient. Step H. Add Step B and Step G together. This is your total daily caloric maintenance level. For steps F and G of your calculations, you will need your physical activity coefficient. This table will help you determine your physical activity number. You can pause the video to take notes. If you don't want to do all the calculations yourself, you can use one of the free calculators available online. There are many simple yet accurate calculators available online. We will be using the body weight planner provided by the USDA. You can choose US units or metric units. You will enter your weight, your gender, your age in years, your height using either US units or metric, and then your physical activity level. Let's look at this example. Step 1. A weight in US units of 170 pounds for a female who's aged 35 years old and is 5 feet 8 inches tall. In estimating the physical activity level, you can see that you can click on the little green icon and it will help you estimate your physical activity level. Then, there is a drop-down menu and you will also describe your physical activity at leisure times with another drop-down menu. You will need to click Save and then click at the bottom of the box to the next step. Step 2. Enter your goal weight. Then you need to determine the amount of time to reach that goal weight. So, in this example, a starting weight of 175 pounds with a goal weight of 145 pounds is at 35-pound weight loss. To lose 30 pounds at 1 pound per week would take 30 weeks. To lose 30 pounds at 2 pounds per week would take 15 weeks. In this example, we will choose 1.5 pounds per week, and that would take 20 weeks, which is equal to 140 days. You can use this method, or you can select a date by which you would want to reach your goal weight. Step 3. Here is where you would refer to the plan for increasing physical activity level. You plan to add walking, swimming, biking, whatever you choose, for how many minutes, for how many times per week, and then it will calculate for you the percent change to your starting physical activity level. You click Save, and then you will be taken to the next step. Step 4. Here you will get your results. It gives you the number of calories or kilojoules in order to maintain your current weight and what we're interested in to reach your weight of 145 pounds in 40 days. The calorie goal specified is 1,567 calories. Based on the information that you have entered regarding how much you want to lose, how fast you want to lose it, and the physical activity that you're willing to do in order to promote that weight loss, you will get the calorie level for weight loss in the middle of this box. Now that you have a calorie goal, it is important to track your calorie intake. There are many free apps and useful internet resources. Some of the most common and easy to use ones are MyFitnessPal and Calorie King. Within that 1,567 calories that we just saw in the example, it's important that you get the calorie level down, but we want to make sure that you get all the nutrients that you need. You need protein, carbohydrate, fat, dietary fiber, vitamins, minerals, and fluids every day. The emphasis should be on whole foods and avoiding processed foods. Processed foods are those that are found in bottles, bags, and cans. We have a separate segment on whole foods to help you find the best nutrition for your health. There are 5 food groups that are building blocks for a healthy diet. According to the dietary recommendations for Americans, you should have grains, proteins, and half of your plate should be fruits and vegetables at every meal, and then dairy. We will discuss each one of these food groups in detail in another segment. Now let's look at some general recommendations for women. The average moderately active woman between the ages of 26 and 50 needs to eat about 2,000 calories per day to maintain her weight and 1,500 calories per day to lose 1 pound of weight per week. Women who are active and walk more than 3 miles per day will need to consume 2,200 calories or more daily to maintain weight and at least 1,700 calories to lose 1 pound of weight per week. Young women in their early 20s have higher calorie needs. They require about 2,200 calories per day to maintain their weight. Women over the age of 50 generally require fewer calories. The average moderately active woman over 50 needs about 1,800 calories per day to maintain her weight and 1,300 calories per day to lose 1 pound per week. These estimates do not apply to women who are pregnant or breastfeeding, as they have significantly higher calorie needs. Now let's look at some general recommendations for men. The average moderately active man between the ages of 26 and 45 needs 2,600 calories per day to maintain his weight and 2,100 calories per day to lose 1 pound per week. Active men who walk more than 3 miles per day may require 2,800 to 3,000 calories per day to maintain their weight and 2,300 to 2,500 calories per day to lose 1 pound per week. Young men ages 19 to 25 have higher energy needs. They require an average of 2,800 calories per day to maintain their weight and up to 3,000 calories if they're active. To lose 1 pound per week, moderately active young men should consume 2,300 to 2,500 calories daily. Energy needs decrease as men age. Between the ages of 46 and 65, moderately active men need an average of 2,400 calories per day. After 66 years, the average man's calorie needs decrease to about 2,200 calories per day. Now let's look at some general recommendations for children. Children have widely varying calorie needs based on their age, size, and activity level. Whereas the average toddler requires 1,200 to 1,400 calories per day, the average moderately active teenager requires 2,000 to 2,800 calories per day. Active teenage boys require even more. Children who are growing and developing normally and engage in regular physical activity usually don't need to count calories. When they're provided with a range of healthy options to eat, most moderately active kids naturally eat the amount of food their body requires. You don't need to focus so much on counting the calories and calculating everything you are eating. There are many free applications that will do that for you. They're easy to navigate. Recording the calories will take some getting used to, and it might not always be accurate, but intend to make it a habit. Research data shows us that people who are counting their calories tend to achieve their weight loss goals and successfully keep the weight off. Now let's look at how we can cut some calories without necessarily having to go on a diet. To lose weight, you need to consume less calories than you expend. Cutting calories without considering which foods you eat is usually not a sustainable way to lose weight. Not all calories are made equal, therefore you should choose more nutrient-dense foods that will benefit your health, and you should limit the nutrient-poor foods. It is highly recommended to make a few permanent changes to help you maintain a calorie deficit in the long term without feeling starved. The most nutritiously dense foods are generally quite low in calories, allowing you to eat more food for less calories. A few examples are fruits, leafy greens, and non-starchy vegetables. We're going to introduce you to 5 evidence-based eating and lifestyle changes that have been shown to help people lose weight. Number 1. Eat more plant-based protein. Studies show that plant-based protein both increases your metabolic rate and helps curb appetite. It helps you stay fuller for longer and may help you consume fewer calories throughout the day. In other words, you can increase the number of calories you burn and decrease the number of calories you consume simply by adding plant-based protein to your diet. It can also help fight cravings and stress eating. Number 2. Avoid sugary soft drinks and fruit juices. Another relatively easy change you can make is to eliminate liquid sugar calories from your diet. This includes sodas, fruit juices, chocolate milk, and other beverages with added sugar. Your brain doesn't register liquid calories in the same way it registers solid calories. Studies have shown that sugary drinks are strongly linked to an increased risk of obesity and diabetes. The harmful effects of sugar go beyond weight gain. It can have negative effects on metabolic health and raise your risk for many other diseases. Eating fruit, which contains fiber and other important nutrients, isn't associated with the same negative effects as drinking fruit juices or other sweetened beverages. The fruit contains fiber that aids in weight loss and keeps you full for a longer period of time, while the fruit juices are free of fiber. Number 3. Drink more water. One very simple trick to increase weight loss is to drink more water. Studies have suggested drinking water can increase the number of calories you burn for up to 90 minutes. The timing when you drink water is even more important. Drinking water immediately before meals may help reduce hunger and make you eat fewer calories. Drinking caffeinated beverages, such as coffee and green tea, may also boost metabolism slightly, at least in the short term. Doing so is associated with losing weight and keeping it off. Number 4. Exercise and lift weights. When you eat fewer calories, your body compensates by saving energy, making you burn fewer calories. Therefore, long-term calorie restrictions can significantly reduce your metabolism and lead to muscle loss. The only proven strategy to prevent this effect is to exert your muscles by lifting weights. When trying to lose weight, it's important to maintain or strengthen your muscles in addition to losing fat. If you can't get to a gym, consider doing body weight exercises such as push-ups, squats, and sit-ups at home. Doing some cardio, including walking, swimming, or jogging, can also be important, not necessarily for weight loss, but for optimal health and general well-being. Number 5. Reduce your refined carbohydrate intake. Cutting refined carbs is a very effective way to lose weight, as it reduces appetite and makes you eat fewer calories. You don't have to go low carb. Simply ensure that you eat quality, fiber-rich carb sources focusing on whole, single-ingredient foods. Choose complex carbohydrates instead of simple carbs. If you stick to whole foods, the exact composition of your diet becomes less important. In another segment, you will find out how to read nutrition labels and count calories to help you reach your goal more efficiently. Mahalo and aloha!